So if you're thinking about trademarking your business, here's my advice. Online businesses are besieged by people that want to sell them stuff. I guess real world businesses are too. But legal issues are something that a lot of entrepreneurs worry about. I think that legal issues are very important and something you should spend a lot of time on and get exactly right if you have a business that's making money and if you have assets worth protecting. My point is that I wouldn't worry too much about incorporating or trademarking anything until your business is up and running. Why is that? Everybody thinks you need this stuff. Well, most of that everybody actually are lawyers and consulting firms and consultants and these legal filing services online that try to prey on the fears of entrepreneurs who think that they need to do all this legal paperwork to get their business started. The fact is, at least in the United States, you can start a business with no paperwork whatsoever in most jurisdictions. And even if you need some paperwork, and I'm definitely endorsing staying on the right side of the law, but I'm just saying, if you spend your time doing paperwork instead of building your business, you're going to invest a lot of time and energy in creating a perfect paper trail for a business that fails. That's not my goal for you. I would rather have you have a successful business, get a little bit behind on your paperwork, and then have enough money to take care of it easily and hire somebody else to do that stuff for you. Does that make sense? So what I'm thinking here about trademarks for you, Jane, your question is a common one at this stage of your business. You do have a good domain name. You do have a good concept. Your site is looking good. It is worth protecting once it's proven to make money. Because honestly, you're still only a couple months into this. And I talk about new businesses a lot like people look at college. People go into college. A lot of people go into college and they're a freshman. They think, I'm going to be a doctor. And then what happens? They take chemistry. This is what happened to me. I was going to be a doctor, and then I took chemistry. You know what? I'm not going to be a doctor. And then they changed their major. And I forget the statistic, but a lot of people change their majors multiple times. The same is likely true of the name of your business. And trademarks are very specific. You can't trademark a concept. You can't say, I'm going to trademark the idea of selling discount socks or iPad applications for students. Things like that. You can't trademark concepts. You have to trademark very specifically the words, and not just the words, but the words as applied specifically to a class of goods. So if your brand name is Microsoft, and not a good choice, but just an example, if it's Microsoft, you have to trademark. You can't just trademark Microsoft for anything. You have to file specifically. I'm going to do Microsoft mouse pads and Microsoft T-shirts are a different category. And candy branded Microsoft, well, that's another category. And shoes branded Microsoft, that's another category. And every one of those is a specific separate trademark filing category, at least here in the United States. Every filing, several $100s. And a lot of time and pain and research, and often back and forth with the trademark office. That's basically a crap storm of administration that I'd rather have you avoid. I want you to spend your time building your business, making sure that the approach you're taking is the one that's going to work, that the name you're using is the most effective. And how do you find that out? By making money. When people start buying things so that your trademark starts to have some value, your brand name actually means something to people outside your family. When they hear your brand name, they go, oh, those products. When that starts to have that association in customers' minds, that's when a trademark starts to be valuable, and that's when you file. Actually, maybe a little bit before that, so nobody rips you off, as you're suggesting, Jane. But I wouldn't do it right now. I mean, if you've got the money and you've got plenty of money and you just want to hire a lawyer and put them on it and have them do it, it can't hurt, except to the extent that you lose money and time. And to me, as an entrepreneur, your money and your time are your most crucial assets, and I'd rather see you spend them wisely on things that will help you grow the business rather than just protect your butt. So that's my take on trademarks. I'm Scott Fox, and I've written a couple books on this stuff, and I do have I have a law degree, but I don't practice law, so this is not legal advice, and everything I said is also, by the way, predicated on U.S. law. Jane, you live in the United Kingdom, so it might be different. But I think the concept applies the same way. As an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, focus on the business until you're sure that it's really working, and then protect yourself. Of course, I could be wrong, and don't sue me if somebody rips you off. I'm sorry, but in 99% of the cases, in the experience that I've seen, in my personal experience, focus on the business first, and that'll pay your bills quicker than spending time and money on legal protocols. So I'm Scott Fox. This is the Click Millionaire Show. Thanks for tuning in. I'm here every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And for more advice like this, visit us anytime at clickmillionaires.tv or scottfox.com.